3 tips when working with your landlord. Hey there, everybody. Melissa Rose here, your brick and mortar visibility coach, where I help you become the only option in town. Today, I want to talk about this really important relationship with a partner in your business that usually is behind the scenes, and that is your landlord. Because let's face it, if you don't have a storefront, you don't have a brick and mortar. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying I had my business for 10 years out of my home before I invested in a commercial space. So just because you're out of your home or you have a service-based business that you're able to do virtually or out of your home doesn't mean anything less, but I do want to talk about this important relationship with your landlord, okay? Tip number 1, when you are ready to go out and get that first property, I want you to make sure that you are doing your due diligence and talking to other business owners who are also working with that landlord, because you do not need or want a toxic relationship with your landlord. And I say this out of experience. Not that I've had a toxic landlord, but that I went and did my due diligence before I signed in on the perfect property, okay? I saw that perfect property, great location, great parking, all the things, but I talked to different people in the building who worked with them and found out that it was not going to be a good fit. And you don't want that person to be a stress. You want that person to be a supporter, encourager, and a promoter for your business, okay? Because there's enough things that we need to juggle as business owners, okay? So do your due diligence and talk to the people that are already working with that person via business owners that are in the building or neighbors, okay? Number 2, when you sign the lease, when you finally the dust settles, you are the leader on how this relationship is going to go, okay? You set the precedence. So I want you to reach out and start the conversation of the vision that you see how this relationship is going to go. Let me explain. So when I signed my property lease, I was working with a broker. I didn't even talk to the landlord, okay? So I was working with a broker and I talked to the people in the area, and he good character landlord. But I finally was able to talk to the landlord after the dust settled, and I just everything signed and everything, and I just introduced myself. Hey, I'm super excited to be here. I'm super excited about where my business is going, and I look forward to a very positive relationship going forward. And he responded back right away. And since he's always been that way, he's been a great landlord that way, but I set the vision, all right? So when things break, when things leak, when things need addressing, it's a little bit easier maybe, okay? I'm not saying yay or nay on that. I'm just gonna say you set the precedence of the tone, of the energy of how you're gonna work with, and it will help, okay? So that's what I did, and it's been very good, a great relationship, okay? The third tip is to keep that going, because guess what? We always end up reaching out when we need something, when something's broken, when something's leaking, when something when the lawn needs to be mowed or whatever. I want you to keep the conversation going even when things are good. And a great time to do that is on the anniversary of your lease. So if you signed a 5-year lease, reach out every year and just give them an update. All right. And I just recently did this because I have some goals for my business that involve my landlord to be part of. Do you see? So I want that relationship to be good, positive, realizing that he makes money off of me and I make money because I'm able to be in that space. So it's truly a collaboration. We both need each other to succeed, so we both can succeed, right? So I want you to continue that conversation in a positive way, sharing the good so that he or she can see the vision for you and get on board with it, so that when a renewal happens or renegotiations happen, you're able to come to an agreement quicker, and that benefits you both really well. Okay, so number 1, do your due diligence, making sure you're reaching out to the people that have are in the building already. Number two, you are in charge of the communication on how this is going to go. And number three, keep that line of communication going even when things are good. All right, because we want to be a good tenant so that we can have a good business. We do not need the stress of a toxic landlord. We don't need that, right? I hope that's helpful. If you want more nitty gritty, I have a Facebook group, the Rebel Women Tribe, where I come in every week and share with you tips, tools, and strategies that I've learned in my business to help you in yours. And they genuinely are, what did I learn this week? Because we always are learning and growing. So come on over into the group. I share a little tip every week. I would love to see you there. Hope this was helpful. Comment below with your takeaways. Peace.